yesterday.
Hello and welcome to Rep Sports. I'm Gargi Raut and joining me from Paris is Boria Mujumdar. And what a match! After an incredibly nail-biting match, Nitesh Kumar has brought home a gold medal in badminton. Boria, in that Yogesh Kathunia interview, you said you're expecting two medals today, gold medals. One is, of course, Yogesh and the other Nitesh. We're not complaining about Yogesh bringing a silver, but you are bang on about Nitesh. And,
No, I was expecting two, and I hold on to two. I'm actually expecting three. Prantik's joining us as well, so we are expecting three. So Nitesh has got one. I'm expecting one from Tulasi at 4:30, which is 8 o'clock Paris time, and I'm expecting one from Sumit Until, which will be 10:30 India. So three gold medals today and seven medals in all, Gargi. We've already got Yogesh, we've got Nitesh, we will get Tulasi, we will get Manisha, we will get Sumit, we will get one more from badminton. So I'm expecting six medals, three golds. And it is going to be crazy. I mean, mera wo 25 par ka ankda will absolutely be there. Prantik, watch that match from there. You can take a reaction from him. What an incredible match. I mean, all of us are three. See, we keep saying Indians don't take pressure. Down a match point, 20-21, 21 all, and then 23-21. If that is not soaking in pressure, then I don't know what pressure is.
Absolutely, Bori. I had the privilege of watching it right from maybe about 10 meters behind with the chef.
And you were with Devendra Jhajaria and the whole India lot. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, so I have not seen that. So I could feel the pressure. So, I don't know what Nitesh was going through. But the only point I want to make up today is about mental health. We talk so much about it. But this shows, as you rightly said, that this is what, the new crop of Indian athletes are all about. The way he, sort of took that pressure in, sort of took it in, soaked it in, and he delivered at the end. And also, it was not just at the end. There were times in the game he was up, but Dan sort of did really well. And the way Nitesh came back, he took the right breaks. He, even tactical, changed the shuttles. I think the presence of mind. I'm so happy to be sitting with with Devendra and Madam Chaturvedi and the chef Demijon, everyone. It's so good to see the support.
I was at the gym when this match was going on, when this match started, and I was watching it because it was a nail biting match. And at the end, at the very last game, when Nitesh had about 10-11 points, I thought, let's leave now. He's up by a point or two, and it seemed like he had the momentum there. And I got in my car to come back, and Dan just started getting points after points, and I thought, have I jinxed him? Do I need to go back to the gym right now? I was thinking, should I just take a U-turn and go back, because this is not working. But at the end, Hitesh brought it home. Boria, when you were watching that match, that last game, last set, what do you say?
I've interviewed this guy multiple times. I've interviewed him yesterday. I'll interview him today. Let the medal ceremony get over. But I have to tell you this about the interview yesterday. So I interviewed him 1, 2, 3 times yesterday. One in the mix zone, and then we were chatting. Then the proper interview, which you guys have already seen, which we played in the mix zone, and there was no one. Rohan was with me, Nitesh and me. Finished. Not one journalist. So I'm telling him, you've never beaten Daniel Bethel. He said, sir, you're right. I said, in the World Championship, you were one game up, and then in the second game, 17-13, and you lost. He said, sir, you're right. And I look at him and I say, now? And he looks at me and he says, sir, there is always a first time. I'm like, wow, boss. Wow. And he says, sir, there is always a first time. I said, boss, yes. And he says, Paralympics, it's the greatest stage. Can it be a better platform? Tomorrow I'll beat him. Look at this. And then he said something phenomenal. We played the interview. You can play parts of it for the show also. I think someone's telling me, Ankur, take an interview. Of course, we've taken yesterday also, and we will take today also. Don't you worry. You can watch the interview, Ankur. It's already out there in the platform. I think Gargi can play a part of it. Something he said was fantastic. He said, look, I'm the top seed here, but Daniel Bethel will be the one favorite to win the gold because nobody except Pramod Bhagat has beaten him. So if I can get under his skin and if I can put the pressure on him, he will feel more pressure than I will. So I will try and do that. I'll put the pressure on Daniel Bethel and then ride that. Exactly what Nitesh did today. Phenomenal effort. Phenomenal. 21 all, 23-21 in the decider. Now Gaurav Khanna will be happy because the 3 gold medals that he had predicted in badminton seems to be a reality. Hopefully Suhas Yatiraj gets it as well.
No, and I want to add to that. I mean, I think just about the crowd support that Bori and you and I were talking about, when I was watching the bronze game of Nitya and Sumaja earlier versus now, there was a big difference. And once again, I want to sort of make that point for viewers. Watch it on OTT. Come and support, live if you can. But it's very, very important that people watch this, especially youngsters. Boria, you did a fantastic story about the young Japanese para athletes. I think we need to have that culture here as well because you could see the difference. I was so sad that I was the only Indian fan for the morning game, but here suddenly there were at least 30. Not too much, but it makes a difference. And you could see 6 or 7 flags, Indian flags, and it makes a difference. Someone like Nitesh was looking at us and looking at the flag. You never know where it can trigger a particular good feeling. Yeah, you see some stills there. Fantastic opportunity. Once again, to every fan, watch this, support, share, because it all goes a long way.
Bhoria,
Prantik
I
is
heard that.
absolutely correct. Prantik is 100% correct. Yesterday, after the match, his first thought was, "Sir, you're coming tomorrow, right?" I said, 100%. He said, "No, you must come." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Look, there is always a connect. There is always a connect. If you can." So today, Suhas and I were chatting, and he said, "There'll be 8,000 French supporters." And I looked at him and said, "There'll be 8 Indians, and we are good enough." He said, "Sir, absolutely." These are critical things that you have Indian support in the stands. You must have Indian support in the stands. And I mean, now people will say this guy is saying the same thing over and over again. Come and support. Winning a gold medal at the Paralympic Games doesn't come easy. And this is an incredible match. What a rally from 20 all. This is what it is all about. Yogesh Kathunia, silver. Nitesh Kumar, gold. Look at the day. Look at the day today. Thulasimati Murugesan will win gold. Suhas Yathiraj, possible gold. Sumit Until, possible gold. So you are talking about 4 gold medals? When has India won 4 gold medals in a world event? Come on, yeah. Paralympic Games has come alive, absolutely. But ask Prantik another one and Bethel's campaign. Think of this: Daniel Bethel has not lost to anyone except Pramod Bhagat. Only man who has beaten Daniel Bethel is Pramod Bhagat from India. Today, Nitesh Kumar has rewritten history, and Pramod Bhagat, I'm sure, sitting in India, will be supremely proud of this man, of Nitesh Kumar. By the way, 2 3 things about Nitesh Kumar before you all sort of ask Prantik. One, his love for the army, absolute love for the Indian Army. Number one, his father was in the Navy. He has always wanted to wear the uniform. And yesterday in my interview, if you see, I told him, I said, "Brother, you are wearing uniform. This is an Indian uniform, and you are making the tricolor go up for you. You are making the national anthem be heard." And he said, "Sir, you're giving me goosebumps." So that is what it is. Number two, he's a mad Virat Kohli fan. He seeks inspiration from Virat Kohli. The whole fitness cult of Virat Kohli inspires Nitesh Kumar. So mad Virat Kohli fan. And number three, he idolizes Pramod Bhagat and said this medal will be for Pramod Bhagat and his family and the rest of India. So that's Nitesh Kumar for you. Oh, sorry.
Prantik,
There is a
yeah.
Deepti Jivanji gold medal as well. So gold
Oh,
medal
yes.
number 5 today. Deepti Jivanji, Sumit Until, Suhas Yathiraj, so Nitesh Kumar, and of course Thulasimati Murugesan. 5 gold medals loading today.
I'll come to that. Boria,
Yeah.
just, on the Virat Kohli point, it also helps the fan. I had seen your story. And in that tense moment, all I was telling myself, Nitesh, channel that inner Virat Kohli, channel that inner Virat Kohli. Because, very honestly, there was a point when he lost the second set. I was like, man, I hope it's not another, what we saw in the Lakshya Sen match. Of course, Lakshya is a great athlete, but, didn't go our way. But that was a constant thing, and it also helps the fan because someone like Virat has also made fans believe that badal sakta hai, hum jeet sakte hain. And today, Nitesh, as you rightly said, the way he has conquered his physical and mental demons. This goes a long way. I'm sure, like you rightly said, he's the only man after Pramod to have beaten him, to beaten Dan. This is spectacular. And yeah, and talking about the medals, Boria, my question to you, this September 2nd probably will be a red letter day in Indian Paralympics, the way it's turning out, fingers crossed.
You're on mute.
Yeah, there is no question about it. This will be perhaps the greatest day in the history of Indian Paralympic sport, because I've covered Paralympics, from London on, more from Rio on. But to see 5 gold medals loading in one day, you've already won one. You will possibly win maybe 4 or 5. It has never happened. How many gold medals have you won? You have won, think from 1968 to 2012, you won 2. and then 2016 two more, and then 2021 you won four or five. That is the story. So you have never won more than four gold medals in one competition. Forget about winning five gold medals in one single day. If you win four or five gold medals in one single day, you are finishing in the top 15 of the world in the medals tally. What an incredible day it is! Incredible day. I'll catch up with you, Prantik, because I was in athletics. I'm now on my way back to badminton. I'll finish this live, and then we'll catch up with y'all in badminton again. But definitely, what incredible app! Today morning, I must tell you this story. I was telling Gargi she was bombed. Every viewer must listen to this. In my 30 years of 35 maybe, I've never heard anything like this. So I interviewed Nishad Kumar today for Rev Sports for tomorrow morning. So he tells me, Prantik, you must listen to this. So I tell him, I said, यार तू बता. तो he said, सर मैं ना पहला बार कैंप में आया था पंचकुला में. I said, अच्छा. So he said, मैं कैंप में आया तो मैं आके कोचेस से पूछा कि कितना पैसा लगता है, आपका फीस कितना है. सो कोचेस थोड़ा घबरा गए और मेरे को बोलते हैं कि फीस नहीं देना पड़ता है, गवर्नमेंट फैसिलिटी है, तुम आ जाओ, अगर तुम अच्छा एथलीट है तुम आ सकते हो. सो दिस गाय सेज कि ग्रेट ग्रेट. तो फिर एटलीस्ट मैंने फैमिली का 1500 से 2000 रुपया बचा दिया. तो मुझे हाई जंप भी करना है, एंड ही 6'5", 6'4". So then the coaches asked him, are you wanting a government job or do you actually want to play for India? So he says, I want to play for India. That is the only goal. Baki sab bhad mein jaye. So the coaches said, fair enough, we will call you. 2 months later, the coaches give him a call and says, come, join the camp from tomorrow. You know what he did? Now listen to this part of the story. Everybody who's watching this must listen to this part of the story. He goes to the camp and he tells me this. Where is Prantik disappeared? Prantik must listen to this
Yes,
part of the story.
yes, I'm listening. My video is a little troublesome, but just give me. I'm listening.
Yeah, just listen to
Absolutely.
this story. So this guy goes back, and what is he carrying with him? Rice, dal, atta, oil, soap, vegetable, baigan, aloo, pyaz, bistar, blanket, kambal. So in a full auto, this guy lands up in a camp with atta, dal, pyaz, everything in the world you can think of, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush. So the coaches see him and say, boss, you have brought aloo, atta, pyaz, dal. What is wrong with you? He says, sir, क्या हो गया? He said, अरे ये सब नहीं चाहिए. He thought, नहीं, कैंप में मुझे रहना है, इसीलिए मैंने सब लेकर आ गया, अपना बर्तन, वो utensils, this, that, what not. The coaches tell me, we've never seen anything like this. And I told him, भाई तू सच बोल रहा है? He said, हाँ सर, मुझे क्या पता कि कैंप में ये सब मिलता है. मैं तो अपना आलू प्याज लेके पहुंच गया कैंप में. I could not say anything to him. I was looking at him, and all I said in the interview was, incredible India. The same chap goes on to win back-to-back Paralympic silver medals. After that, takes his mother to a jewelry shop and says to her, buy something for you yourself, it will make me happy. First time he traveled to Dubai, he thought, पैसा तो नहीं है, what do I get for my dad? हमारे विलेज में बहुत पावर कट्स होते हैं, so I will get him a torch. He bought him a torch. If this does not make you feel good about Indian sport, you tell me what makes you feel good.
Boria, absolutely. This is insane, right? I mean, this speaks volumes about what this means to our athletes. And again, that's why I'll repeat, people need to watch and support. And by the way, before my one more comment for our coaches, I mean, Gaurav Khanna, I mean, you've interviewed him. I just want to say, having seen him live from behind, I was sitting behind them. Insane. I mean, so positive. He was constantly cheering him. He was, even when Nitesh took breaks, he came and spoke to him. Hats off. He even waved to us fans. I think it's also important to remember the role of coaches and obviously family, etc. But hats off to coaches and Samaritans like Gaurav Khanna.
Yeah. And Boria, I wanted to ask you. I heard the commentator say that no one gave Nitesh a chance. I don't think India.
Nonsense. If you see,
Yeah.
the commentators knows nothing. If you see my broadcasts on Rev Sports, from day one, I've told you, Nitesh, Tulasi and Suhas. Nitesh, Tulasi and Suhas. He was the top seed. What do you mean nobody gave him a chance? The commentator should learn a few things before commentating. Daniel Bethel was the favorite. But do you mean to say between a match between Federer and Nadal, you will not give Nadal a chance? Or you will not give Federer a chance? What are you talking about? I mean, this is a problem. These commentators need to learn a little bit. This guy played in the Asian Para Games final, lost to Pramod Bhagat in 3 sets, played the World Para badminton final, lost to Daniel Bethel in 3 sets. That is after winning the first game, leading 17-13 in the second game, went on to lose from there because he blew up in the head. And by the way, that is where he learned his lessons from. He has won practically everything that there is to win. He's the world number one in that category. He was the top seed in that category. You mean to say he doesn't have a chance? Complete rubbish.
And I can tell you the contingent sitting there, including Devendra and everyone else. I mean, they were even right from before the game. They were like, "ये आज जीतेगा." In fact, there was a time when Devendra says, "ये आज का match निकल जाएगा." Just the way, seeing the way he was fighting. So I can tell you, from both as a fan as well as having had the opportunity to sit with the contingent, everyone genuinely believed in Nitesh, and we are so happy that he has delivered.
It may be that the commentators did not know much about Nitesh, because at times I felt like they didn't even know his name, because they kept saying, points for the Indian, point for the Indian, or they come back from the Indian. I mean, say his name, say his name. And they kept saying,
Stupidity.
kept talking about Dan Bethel. They kept talking about him, but nothing about Nitesh at all. But
That is the problem. That is the problem, Gargi. I mean, you go talk to anybody in India also, there is no consciousness because the media doesn't follow. The media doesn't do these stories except us. Ask Prantik how many media was there? How many media was there in athletics? I walked Yogesh Kathunia out.
Yeah.
After he came to the mix zone, I was alone. Rohan was with me, of course. Trisha was there in badminton with Prantik. This is the contingent here. Finished. Yogesh Kathunia, after his silver medal, comes to the mix zone alone. Every other contingent is coming. Their full media is clapping for them, giving them a warm reception. Yogesh comes there. Yogesh comes there and he's alone. So I walk him out. I walk the full stretch with him, do the interview, then take him to where the athletes village bus is leaving from. And he's crying there because he's lost the gold. And I'm telling him, yaar, silver medal, celebrate kar, kal dobara sochna. And then made him take the tricolor out, take a flag, take a photograph. If you don't do this for your athlete, what are you doing? What are you doing? You want to cover an India Zimbabwe tour? Go do. It's complete nonsense here. I mean, these commentators, they have no idea what they're talking about. Daniel Bethel, of course, is a well-known, and because he's a star. But Nitesh is world number one. He's the favorite. Come on, talk about it, damn it. And this is crazy. Suhas Yathiraj versus Lucas Mazo. This will be a match of a lifetime. Because you know what? I'll tell you a story now. So Lucas lost to Suhas in the World Championship semi-final. Prantik, if he's there with me in the evening, he will see it also. Lucas carries the bronze medal. You know why? Every time he goes to any tournament, he carries that bronze medal to remind him that I lost to Suhas Yathiraj and I have to avenge and take revenge for that defeat. That is Lucas.
Wow.
Suhas on the other
Wow.
side. There is another side also. Suhas Yathiraj lost to Lucas in the Paralympic final in Tokyo. And he tells me, Boria, I would have given up. I would have concentrated on my IAS officer's job. He's sports secretary of Uttar Pradesh. I would have given up had I won the gold there. Because I lost to Lucas, I carried my thing that I have to avenge it 4 years later in Paris. And here I am. This is my opportunity. If this is not a match, not a classic, then what is?
Waiting for it again this evening. But Boria, your point absolutely true about media. Heart pains that, again, like I said, barring us and maybe the official broadcasters, there was none. I mean, of course, Nitesh spent a good amount of time with the official broadcasters, but that's it. He was so happy to see. You're seeing the frames here. These are all photos taken by me and the contingent sitting there. And I think this is what needs to change. And I'm really happy and proud that Red Sports is driving this agenda so seriously. But hopefully, every other media channel watching this and watching this from home, this has to change for us to be a sporting economy, a developed sporting economy.
Spot on. Today morning, Prantik and I were messaging each other and ask him what I told him. He said, I'll come back to badminton. I said, don't come. I said, let's divide. Shormishtha, I'm sending her to athletics. I will send Rohan to athletics for Sumit until. So Shormishtha and Rohan will man athletics. Trisha is already there in badminton. I will go and join Trisha in badminton and Prantik is going to archery. That's how we will do it. Prantik will be there for Sheetal Devi and Rakesh. I will be there for badminton. And because I did athletics in the morning, so we switched it around. And Shormishtha and Rohan will be there for athletics. That's how we will cover all the bases. I mean, come on. If you don't want to do Paralympics like this, so you want to leave Sheetal Devi vacant. You want to leave archery? No. So I told Prantik, you take archery. I'll take badminton with Trisha, and Shormishta and Rohan will take athletics. Let's divide, let's spread it out so that we can bring to our viewers every possible medal, every possible story. That's how it happens. That is how you must do your story. We went to the village. What time did I leave? I did not even do your morning show, Gargi, because I told you
Yeah.
I had to leave the hotel sharp at 7:45 to get to the village at Carrefour Plail and then walk to interview Nishad Kumar, to interview Preeti Pal. I finished it. I got lost because from there, the Stade de France road, I did not know. So I got lost, walked for about 35-40 minutes, but made it on time to watch Yogesh Kathuria. Saw his silver medal, then came out from there, and now we'll go to badminton. If you don't want to commit yourself to coverage, then what are you talking about?
So, speaking about Sheetal Devi, she's gone viral on social media. Those shots of her, those first two tens that she shot yesterday, those have gone viral. Those clips have gone viral. Piers Morgan, the biggest athletes that you can talk about, journalists are talking about Sheetal Devi, about this armless archer who's just 17 years old and playing for India at the Paralympics. So it's incredible to watch. And before you guys go, please tell us where will you all be and what should we expect? What are the medal prospects that you're looking forward to today?
Prantik, you go first. You go first.
Yes, I will go first because the anthem and the medal ceremony is soon here. Look, you're right. Like, ever since I saw that video of Sheetal Devi and of course of Rakesh, it was incredible, right? So I can't wait to go and cover and watch them and cheer for them because it's incredible. I genuinely believe they will qualify and we have a good chance. Unfortunately, both missed out due to 1 point each. So I will be there from 5:30 local time to sort of cover. And thanks to Boria, he sort of made arrangements. So I'm looking forward to being there, and I'll bring everything to all our Red Sports fans.
I've already told Kuldeep and Abhilasha. I will give you the numbers. You do archery. I've already told the coaches that you are there from Rev Sports. I'll set everything up. Don't you worry. I'll see you in archery if possible. Otherwise, everything will be set up for you. And I'm going to badminton myself, Gargi. Prantik, you can go and watch the medal ceremony because you'll take 5 minutes to walk in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, see you. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, and I will go to badminton myself, Gargi. I want to watch Tulasi and do the interview because she's Gopi's student, Gaurav's student, and very close to me. And then I will interview Suhas because I don't know if you've seen it. Suhas actually started his career watching some of my broadcasts, so there is a different kind of relationship there. Shormishta and Rohan will go to athletics for Deepti Jivanji and of course Sumit Until. Sumit Until, I had a long chat this morning, wished him well, wished him for the gold medal, and that will be another interview that we will do. So we will have badminton, we will have, of course, athletics, and of course, we will cover archery for you. So all of the events will be covered at length on Rev Sports.
We have a gold medal already, but the day is not over. A lot more to come from Paralympics and the Indian athletes. So stay tuned. We'll be everywhere. Don't